This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So as usual, we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. But first of all, we'll take a look here at Meta, which is ripping up today, and PLTR. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation by on stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Meta and we have PLTR. Okay, let's take a look here at Meta first. Now, Meta, it looks like they're going to build a big AI power station, $200 billion. So again, this stock is just ripping up here very, very nice here. You're up about 20. Now, yesterday you can see here where it came all the way down, and we had a low there of 641.86. Okay, so you say, well, why did it stop there? All you got to do is look to the left of the chart here. Okay, 638.40. Okay, so we held that level. Always watch these levels because as they run up here, okay, then we just had this sideways action and then it broke out. Well, that becomes a nice, good support level. So always look to the left of the chart there. That's what we're looking at, and it held up nicely. Now you can see where it closed. We put a bottoming tail in there, and we closed above that 50-day. Very, very nice. Now, today, we held the top of that candle, and we're rolling up here very, very nice. So let's look at the upside here first, okay? So right now, so far, we had a high of 680.64. This is your next level here is going to be. We'll come right to the bottom of that candle, 682.36. And then we'll come to the top there at 687.27. And then we're going to be looking right at that 8-day at 692.42. And then we got to see what the reaction is if it gets there, okay? Your next level is going to be that 699.54 level. Now, on the downside here, well, bottom line here, we just want to watch yesterday's high. That's at 668, and then today's low, 658, and then we want to watch that 50-day at 649.14, and obviously yesterday's low at that 641.86. But this is looking very, very nicely, at least to run up into that 8-day, and then I will see what the reaction is once we get there. Now, you can see here we're really pretty much over bought conditions here. We're way up here above that 70. Usually when that happens, this is what you're going to get. And obviously we just came right down. Now it looks like we're rolling back up here. Your green is still below your red here. But again, you're going to be facing some headwinds when you hit that 8-day. So don't get all excited. Now, what's going to be a big key in this factor here, and I know it doesn't sound like it, but it's going to be NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA is going to set the tone tonight. One way or the other, it's either going to rally up hard or rally on down, and it's going to bring the whole market with it. So just watch NVIDIA after the close is going to be very, very key. Now, PLTR, okay, this has had a really, really good run. You can see where it gapped up here nicely, and then it just ran right on up here. But what I look about now is now all this gap here, this is all filled. We don't have to worry about it here. Actually, no, yeah, we do. It has not filled the gap. Let's see. Where did we get there yesterday? 85.25, and then top of this candle here is 84.25. So no, that gap is not filled here yet. Sorry about that. Okay, so it came right on down, and where did it hold? Right at that 50 SMA. Look how nice that is, okay? Now, today, basically, we had a high of 91.27. Yesterday, we had a high of 91.70. So we have an inside day here so far, okay? So the downside is we watched today's low, 91.27. You want to watch that 50-day, 85.89, and then we want to watch that gap fill, okay, at 84.25, okay? If that's lost here, we just follow the candles are going all the way on down. But this 50-day is very, very crucial on a closing basis. Now, upside, well, we want to watch yesterday's high. That's always going to be very, very key, okay, at that 91.70. Now, you notice here, there really isn't a whole lot of resistance here because we had that gap going on here, but we could come all the way to the bottom of this candle. That's at 95.80 level. Then we come up to the top of this candle here, 99.01, and then we have that 101.51 at that 21-day, and then we have the 8-day right above that at 104.05. Now, if this rallies up here, you got to see what the reaction is, just like we have here. See what the reaction is when it gets to that 8-day. Does it blast through, or does it come right on down, just like what we have here, okay? Same way here. If it starts rallying, just watch that 21-day. That's going to be your big target on the upside, okay? Now, here, you can see here, really, really overbought conditions here, but it shows a lot of good strength here, but eventually that ends, okay? And obviously, yes, it did, okay? So it came right on down here. Now we're holding this a level here. So you're not oversold or overbought here. Your green is still below your red. So this here is still an inside day. So we got to see if we can rally on up. But just watch that 50-day on downside. If we keep rolling on up here, watch that 21-day. That's going to be your target. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have Bitcoin. Daily chart, and we have that weekly chart. Now, I was always pointing out here that 8-day on the top, that 21-day on the bottom. Now, you can see we lost that 21-day, and we lost this really, really nice trading range, okay? Look how many weeks that we're in that trading range, and now we're closed there below. So this is not looking bullish here at all, okay? So what we have there today, we have actually put in a lower low, and then we rallied up here, but where are you at? You're that 100-day, that's a very, very strong resistance, and we can't get through that. So let's look at the upside here first. So that 100-day, 89, 196, that's going to be key, okay? If we can get above that, then we come up here, look at the bottom of that 89, 525 level, and then we're going to come to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 91, 455, and then we're going to have that gap, okay? So you have that gap at 92, 755. We have that fill at 93, 570 level, and then we're going to have that 8-day, okay? 93, 996, okay? But that gap here, that's always key. That's at 92, 755, and then at 93, 570, and then we're going to have that 93, 981, which is just above it here. But I don't like this. See how that 8-day rolled over, the 21-day rolled over. This is going to be, and you're still below that 100-day, so now your price is below all your simple moving averages. That's never bullish, okay? Now, it's going to need some kind of a catalyst here to move it up, so we'd have to see if it does rally up here. It can close above that 100-day right here, okay? Then we got to see about the gap fill, but what the reaction is if it gets to that 8-day. What's it going to do? It's going to bounce, come right back off of it, or can we rally back up through it? Now you're sitting at 32. This is not oversold. This has room to the downside here yet. The same way with here, we're hugging that bottom. We're rolling down, but really to create a bottom, it's got to be, sideways kind of an action. So right now, when we put in a lower low, there's nothing here that says we put a bottom in on Bitcoin, okay? So just remember that. Especially now here on the weekly chart, you lost that 21-day, and now we're sitting below it, okay? So if this keeps on selling, here's going to be your target. Okay, and this would be a real nice target. This is your 86.70. There's your gap, and then look to the top of this candle here at that 77.930. There's your fill. So these will be your next support levels right here, because obviously you can see there's nothing else in there. Okay, gap, fill, and then we have your 200-day. Now, for me, I just wish this thing would just sell right down to that 200-day and get it over with, and then we can find a bottom situation and roll it up. But right now, there is no bottom here. You have a series of lower lows and lower high situation. This is not bullish in any shape, or form, okay? So, BITI, that's a short ski. I showed you that here last couple days here. I can put it on here for you. After the pick close, we'll go through all three of them again. But really, that short is working very, very nicely, okay? So, when we find a bottom, what we're looking for is a nice, good bottoming tail, which we possibly had yesterday, but we didn't because we put in a lower low again today. Or we want a red dog like here, like we have today, where you put in a lower low, but then you can, if you can rally up here, then that tells you that there's a bottom in. But right now, there is no bottom in here on Bitcoin. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil and natural gas. Now, crude oil had the EIA report there today. And so far here, I'll have this all posted for you at the end of the pick close there. But you had a draw of 2.33 million. Cushing had a build of 1.28 million. Gasoline had a small build of 0.39. And your distillate had a huge build of 3.9. So it's kind of not exactly the same as it confirms of what the API report is. So it's not looking really too good here for the old crude ski. Okay, so now you can see here what we did is we put in a low yesterday of that 68.68, and we put in another low again today at that 68.51. So what we're looking for here is the bottom of this candle at that 68.42. So we're just barely above that 68.42. Now again, if that is lost here, we're just going to bring these price channels across, okay? Boom, right there, 66.98. Bring this one across, boom, right there, 66.53. And then we come right down here, you got 66.33, and then your retest is 65.27. There again, there's just like Bitcoin, there's nothing bullish about this at all, okay? There's nothing. Okay, you have your high, lower high, lower high. You just got a waterfall that's going to be going on here. Okay, you are sitting at 39. This is not oversold. Plenty of room on the downside. Same way here. We can go all the way down, just like what we had this situation here. Okay, so if this does get any kind of a rally at all, you want to look at today's high, 69.28. We want to look at the bottom of this candle here, 69.80, and then we want to go here at that 17 level, 70 12 level. Okay, and then if it can rally up here, your 8-day is going to be your target, 78.80. As the day progresses, and then when the futures open, this 8-day is going to keep right on rolling. Your 21-day is going to cross that 100-day. That's going to keep on rolling. There's nothing bullish here about this chart whatsoever. Okay, so just remember that I'm short with the SCO, and that's how I'm staying for right now, unless you get some kind of a catalyst here to raise this up. Okay, natural gas. Well, this morning video, we're holding that 8-day pretty good, but now it looks like we just went actually below it and we've got a little sideways action going here, okay? So again, what we want to watch here on the downside is watch today's low, 3.97, yesterday's low, 3.93, and then come right here at that 3.90. That's going to be very, very key here on the support level. If that is lost, you're going to come right here. 3.82 is your next support. And then we come here at 3.72, and then you're going to start running into the big boy, 3.68. And your 3.62 level, your 21 SMA here. But let's just see how this all closes out here. That one came down, but closed back up out of the 8. Same way here. This here is not just looking very good at all. You got to shove a big ass red candle. Right now, we're holding the bottom of this, okay? So upside, we have to watch that 8-day, 4.08, okay? Then we look at today's high, 4.17, and then we come up to that 4.18 level. You can see where it couldn't get above that. If we can keep rallying here, then we have this nice 4.20 level. That's what you're looking for. And then 4.3, 4.32, 4.36 level, and then we can rally up here to your 4.47. But this 8-day here is going to be everything on the upside. If we start closing below that and setting a lower lows here, then this 50-day here is going to be their target, and possibly this 21-day here is going to be your target, okay? Now, you got to figure you got a long way. This is nowhere oversold, overbought. This is a long way. This could drop a long way here with your RSI here. Same with this. Your green is still over your red, but if that curls over, this is what you get right here, and then this is what you get. Okay, so be a little patient here. Just trade it. I go UNG for the long, KOLD for the short there. I didn't do any trades on there here so far today. Even like the KOLD here, you had 21.72 on the bottom, 22.18 at the time. On the top there, I didn't think we're worth the risk there. There's a lot better stuff out there to trade than what that is now. Okay, so again, we got to wait and see. But when we start losing this, then I'll be jumping right into that KOLD and take it right down to that 50 SMA here. Okay, that's what I got for you. Now remember, just be key up here. NVIDIA is going to have their earnings, and that's going to be everything. That's going to be a huge market mover with the AI trade. Either direction, we got to see how she all shakes out. Now, I think it's going to have blowout numbers, but the question is, are they going to be good enough? Now, remember, CNBC tonight has a special with Jensen on there at 7 p.m., so you might want to catch that just to see what he's got to say for long term. That could be a market mover on the NVIDIA. Okay, trade what's in front of you. Now what you want.